let's talk about Tifa and music for a minute, shall we? Music has been something that has been associated with Tifa since her inception. Since her very first appearance in Final Fantasy VII OG, Tifa has always had a tie to music, specifically through her piano that shows up in the Nibelheim flashback. You can actually go into her room as Cloud and play the piano. And in order to get Tifa's final limit break in Final Fantasy VII OG, you have to play her piano. In fact, you have to specifically play the main theme, which, interestingly enough, when you play as Cloud, he says he recognizes the song. In fact, it's alluded to that perhaps Cloud heard her play it when he was younger. So this not only is something that is associated with Tifa, but Tifa's love for music even carries over to Cloud and is a part of his childhood as well. And when you play the piano as Cloud, he mentions being able to read sheet music. So, it's just fun little bits of lore here and there, showing that this has always been associated with Tifa. Now, something I appreciate about the re-trilogy and also about Traces of Two Paths is that Nojima takes it upon himself to expand on this. So not only in Remake, having, of course, the music poster up in Tifa's apartment, but also you have this interaction with Andrea, where he says that he would like to see Tifa on stage someday after you beat him on the pull-up side quest. And this carries over into Rebirth yet again, when in Costa del Sol, you do your piano performance, and after that performance, he once again reiterates wanting to see her on stage. When Tifa meets Jessie in Midgar, Jessie starts kind of showing Tifa how to carry herself, and because of Jessie's history as an actress in The Gold Saucer, she also passes some of that knowledge down to Tifa. On page 128 of Traces of Two Paths, it says, her wardrobe began to flourish too. Jessie brought by items she thought might look good on Tifa, and she shared tips and tricks from the world of show business, how an actress should carry and project herself on stage. The effects were dramatic. Even Tifa could see how much more confident she appeared. With Jessie's history as an actress, that she helps Tifa at least project out an air of confidence, and you can see that in the way that Tifa even carries herself. So this is just kind of an ongoing theme with Tifa, being that she has the capability of performing on stage, and she has a connection to music. Now, this is not to denigrate Aerith's performance in Rebirth at all, the way some people are pretending, but this is. But with all due respect, Aerith has no previous connection to music. She has had no history of music at all in OG. She's had no history of song lessons or voice lessons of any kind. She doesn't have any history of using a musical instrument. She's never been on stage before. So, and when you hear how her song performance was ultimately decided upon, it makes sense because it was quite literally thrown in at the last minute, because Katase-san thought it would be a good thing to throw in. Which, it's fine. It's a video game after all. I mean, we have to suspend our disbelief in a lot of instances. But to act like suddenly now Aerith is the only one who can be associated with music and stage performances because Katase made a last-minute decision to have Aerith perform No Promises to Keep. That's a bit of a stretch. And it's certainly not out of the realm of possibility for Tifa to have something of her own in the third part. I mean, after all, Gold Saucer's not going anywhere. We're obviously going to be revisiting this location, and it would not surprise me at all if there's some other performance or some sort of activity that draws you back to that location just besides the snowboarding minigame, which is obviously going to be a thing there. I mean, when you play Rebirth, they have a whole section of Gold Saucer cordoned off saying, oh, coming soon, snowboarding. So to act like, oh, well, the third part's going to be too somber. We can't have anything with the Gold Saucer. Excuse me? No. This is still a video game. Okay, we're not going to be playing through, like, the entirety of part 3 is not going to be this dark, horrible thing. They're going to have fun with part 3. Part 3 is going to be quite possibly the best entry in this entire trilogy. And there's going to be a lot of awesome stuff for us to do. And there's going to be a lot added to, yes, Tifa, because this is going to be the main time that she shines as a character. She's going to have a lot of screen time to herself. She's going to be the center of attention for a good chunk of this story. So I see no reason why it would be out of the realm of possibility for her to take the stage, especially considering there's been so much foreshadowing of it clear back from Remake. Not only with, Andrea Rodea saying he would like to see Tifa on stage again, Barrett teasing Tifa about dancing, and she says, oh no, I don't dance, and Cloud also says he doesn't dance, and we can clearly see they're both full of shit because Cloud dances at multiple times, and Tifa dances in Rebirth as well, so clearly both of them have the moves, they can dance. So it's only a matter of time before they're on stage together showing the world that they can indeed dance. Now, will I be devastated if it doesn't happen? Nah. I mean, it would be nice if it does happen, but it's not the end of the world if it doesn't. There's going to be so much for us to enjoy and look forward to with part 3. This was just a fun little what-if scenario. And there certainly is indicators that it's definitely a possibility that they could do this. So to see certain members of the opposition saying, oh, there's no possible way that this could happen. Yes it can. Now, do I know for a fact it's going to happen? No. But I'm certainly not going to rule it out either.